Hi, I'm Christian Levy with miracleofyoga.com. I talk a lot about rolling the shoulders out. Hopefully you've heard that before. It's a very important basic action in almost all yoga poses where you're trying not to let the chest collapse and understanding how the shoulder, the upper arm bone works with that, learning to roll the shoulder away from the chest so that the chest opens. Now, that rotation in the shoulder is actually in the entire length of the arm. The upper arm bone, this bone here. As you can see in Tadasana, the elbows classically are locked, the fingers are stretching. In Tadasana, you're looking forward. But you can see as you roll the shoulder, it's really the whole entire upper arm bones that roll out. If you just think of the shoulder, then you end up getting this, where literally the shoulder gets pulled back, but you're not actually getting the rotation. The rotation is really what you want in the upper arm bone to position and open the shoulder correctly, which has a huge effect on the chest, the spine of the upper back, the neck. Very influential. When you have neck problems, almost always, if you open the shoulders, you'll get a substantial amount of relief, if not total. Now, today I want to show you how when you roll the upper arms out, what we call out, where the inner arm comes forward, the bicep rolls out, actually the tricep rolls towards the back, this rotation of the arm that opens the chest. When you roll the upper arms out, to roll the shoulders out, you can decide which way you work with the forearms and the hands. What I mean by that is if you want to get a little bit of extra help to get more movement in the shoulder, if you have shoulder problems, it's a great idea to turn the hands with the upper arms. You'll literally get more movement. This turning the wrist and the forearms helps cheat more movement into the shoulders, which is important. However, classically, we want to learn how to roll the upper arm one way and essentially resist and roll the forearm and wrist the opposite way. So if we want, we can consciously turn the forearms and hands as we roll the shoulders out. But we also need to learn how to keep the inside of the hands down, keep the elbows locked as we roll the shoulders out. Rolling the upper arms, rolling the shoulders, always tries to pull the inner hands and inner wrists up. We want to learn how to do both and choose which we're doing. If you stretch the arms up, have the hands right in line with the shoulders, the palms parallel to the floor, lock the elbows, look forward, descend the shoulder blades, lift the chest. Now we're going to turn the shoulders, the elbows, the forearms, the wrists, the hands all together. This is the best way to learn the action, and it's also really good therapy because you get more of the correct movement. Now we come back to where the palms face the floor, lock the elbows, look forward. This time we're going to roll the upper arms, the biceps towards the wall behind, the front of the shoulders to the back of the shoulders, but you can keep the palms facing the floor. You're not going to roll the forearms or the hands at all. So you literally actually have to press this inner hand towards the floor a little bit as you roll the shoulders back. Feel that. You press the inner hands down so they don't get picked up by the shoulders as you roll the shoulders and upper arms more. Stretch the arms, lift the chest, and then release the arms. Tadasana. When you have the hands down on the table for dog pose or on the floor, great place to learn this. The elbows have to be locked. When you roll the upper arm bones the correct direction, out, which frees the neck, opens the shoulders and frees the neck, the inside of the hands get light. They literally lose pressure from the floor. So we have to take this exercise into downward facing dog, pressing the inner hands a little bit more actually to keep the weight balanced in the hand as you roll the upper arms out. Stretch the fingers wide, lock the elbows. You can just stay on the knees to play with this. Roll the biceps towards the ceiling. Those are the inner arms, towards the outer arms. As you roll the inner arms to the outer arms, push the knuckle of the pointer finger and the mound of the thumb. The inside of the hands go down as the shoulders go out. So you can do both together, then lock the elbows. Now try it in downward facing dog. Feet parallel. Extend back in the pose. Maintain the pressure on the inside of the hands as you roll the upper arms out, locking the elbows, extend the hips back. Press the inner hands, roll the shoulders, and extend the hips and knees back, all together. And come down. Play with this. At first, they completely go against each other. Then you start to get coordinated, learn the action, and then you'll see that they actually really go together once you get it, where you start to be able to push that inner hand and automatically the shoulder starts to roll the correct way. Practice the hands and forearms consciously so that you're determining, you know when you're turning the forearms and hands with the movement of the shoulders. You know why you're choosing to do that. And you also know when you're classically working so that the forearms stay parallel even as the arms get the correct rotation in the shoulders. Space in the chest and space in the neck. I'm Christian Levy. Thanks for joining me with miracleofyoga.com.